not. Sorry that you're not. Sorry that you're not.
Hello, welcome, good morning. It's another edition of the Win Big Sports Talk Sports Betting Podcast this morning. College football picks, NFL football picks coming at you live and free. We're getting your day started. It's the third Saturday in October. First, some quick housekeeping. Be sure to check in for live updates, more highlights, news, rumors, WBSNSports.com. We've got it all. And connect with us on social media. Find us at WBSN Sports. We love Twitter. We like Instagram. Find us on YouTube, Facebook. You name it, we're there. I think we're even on Threads. Be sure to follow along. You can find me at Try Guy. It's my last name, SCHRAYGUY. Would love to have you along for it. It's time for college football picks. We'll get started with one that's going to be a big tilt. Noon Eastern time kick. UCF at Oklahoma. The Knights are 3-3. Oklahoma is 6-0 this season. Kickoff in this game is going to be at 12 noon Eastern time, and the Sooners are big favorites. They enter this contest with the highest chance of reaching the college football playoff, a large margin. The next closest team is 52% chance. They have a 71% chance. I don't think I need to go much further than that. I think that solidifies where I stand. Between the spread and that, Oklahoma, the obvious pick. This is a safe bet. You're not going to get a lot in this, but I would definitely work them into a parlay if I was intending on betting on them today. Noon Eastern time kick. You can watch this one. It's Memphis at UAB. It'll be on ESPN2 at Legion Field Stadium of Birmingham. Blazers, they're 2-5. Memphis is 4-2 this season. The Tigers are obviously the favorite in this. It's an American Athletic Conference battle. They lost to Tulane, the top team in the conference, and to Missouri. The Tigers of Memphis have been a good football team this year, and they'll have a tough test against UAB. The Blazers are 2-5, but they played three teams that were in the top 25 last year in Georgia, Tulane, and UTSA. They'd like to get a bowl game this year, so they need some wins to do so. That makes this a tougher game than it looks like, especially on paper. But based on the way Memphis has performed, they played Missouri so tough, and they played some big programs really tough. I think Memphis and the Tigers walk away with a victory in this. Our next one, this is a fun one for sure. It's a 12 Eastern time kick. You can watch it. This will be on ESPN at Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Mississippi State's Bulldogs battling Arkansas. Mississippi State 3-3 this season. Arkansas is 2-5. The Razorbacks are 6-point favorites. If you're going to bet on this, I bet the over. I think this will be a shootout. Not anything super crazy, but the over is 48.5. I'm almost certain they'll cross that threshold. That's just my feeling. I don't know that, as I'm sure you can imagine. Mississippi State was off last week, but the extra prep probably won't help the Bulldogs too much defensively. They've yielded the third most points per opportunity in the nation since week 3, so not really doing that great. I think the Razorbacks win this if you're looking for an outright pick, and that's my take on that one. Should be a fun game, though, and hope you enjoy that if you're going to watch that one. On Fox at Ohio Stadium, 12 noon Eastern time kick. Penn State at Ohio State, a battle of undefeateds. How fun is that? 6-0 Nittany Lions, 6-0 Buckeyes. Just a 4.5-point spread in this. Buckeyes are the favorite. This will be the biggest game of the week and one of the best college football playoff implication games all season. One of the best games we'll see all season. It's a big, pun intended, Big Ten clash. The handicap is very simple for me. I have power teams rated at about dead even on a neutral field, so I'll take a couple free points when we're getting Field State over a field goal, or Penn State over a field goal. Ohio State is my pick to win this game. It doesn't hurt that they're already the favorite in the spread. I think the Buckeyes come up with a victory at Ohio Stadium. We'll see. What a fun matchup. This one is also going to be an early in the window day game. It's a 3:30 p.m. Eastern time kick at Faro Field at Memorial Stadium. Watch it on the SEC Network. This is South Carolina, the Gamecocks at Missouri. You know, when this season started, South Carolina was picked to be one of the very best in the country. How did this happen? They're 2-4 this year. Missouri is 6-1. Missouri was on the hot seat, I feel like. So what a switch. Very exciting SEC game this Saturday. Maybe the most exciting? No, I'm just kidding. That's clearly a joke. High-powered offense taking the field in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri hosting the South Carolina Gamecocks. Rattler is leading the South Carolina offense, and they just continue to put up numbers in conference play. In spite of their success, I think Missouri's electric offense has just been really good. You know, they keep getting let down by the defense in conference play. Today, they're the favorite by more than a touchdown, and I'm just feeling Missouri in this one. I think that's a solid pick. I wouldn't put a bunch of money on it, but I think if you bet the spread, you bet the money line on them, that's an easy one to weave into a parlay today. This is I feel like this should be the game of the week. I would kind of wish it was. Penn State and Ohio State's just too good not to pick it. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time kick at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Watch it on CBS. It's Tennessee and Alabama, the third Saturday in October. 8.5-point spread. The Crimson Tide are the favorites. But Alabama's offense has been kind of erratic, so they don't profile well as a double-digit favorite. The Crimson Tide are way better in situations where they don't need to win by large margins, like what we saw over the weekend when they failed to cover as 3-touchdown favorites against Arkansas. This game profiles similarly to when they were the favorite at home against Ole Miss, where Bama won and covered thanks to a dominant defensive effort. The biggest advantage Alabama will have is on the defensive side of the ball, where they're well equipped to stop the run. They're 5th in rushing success rate. In the passing game, they're 9th in passing success rate. On top of the fact this is a stout and consistently improving defense, they'll be going against a Volunteers offense that's been kind of overrated this year. Joe Milton can throw the ball really well, but he's not been effective this far. You know, he's really struggled, and even at home at Rocky Top, he's not done super well. Tennessee is 53rd in pass success rate and 58th in net points per drive, despite playing a fairly favorable schedule. So based on that, most people are picking Bama. I'm not. I'm going with Tennessee, Big Orange. I live in Tennessee, so that would be a crime. I would go right to jail. They'd come get me if I picked Alabama. Do not bet Tennessee because I told you to. But go Big Orange. I'm picking Big Orange in this one. 4 p.m. Eastern Time kick. This is going to be a fun one. You can watch it on Fox TD-ECU Stadium. Texas and Houston. You know, 5-1 Texas, 3-3 Houston. Texas could not be a bigger favorite. A 24-point spread in favor of the Longhorns. I'm taking Texas. Hook 'em horns. I think they win easily, handedly in that one. On ESPN at 7 p.m. at Jordan-Hare Stadium, Ole Miss at Auburn. Ole Miss is 5-1 this season. Auburn is 3-3. It's a 7 p.m. Eastern Time kick. Now, the spread isn't that big in this. It's a 6.5-point spread. Ole Miss enjoyed some rest following 3 grueling games against Bama, LSU, and Arkansas. I think they're going to have some extra time to prep for this. I just don't think Auburn is equipped to handle the Rebels, especially with them getting a bye week like that. This is a fun one. This is one of the best games this week for sure. Even though Michigan State has fallen on hard times, both on and off the field. U of M 7-0, Michigan State 2-4, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time kick at Spartan Stadium. Watch it on NBC. This is tied for the largest spread in this game since 1990, and it's too many points. There's only 3 instances in this rivalry that had a spread of 3 or more touchdowns that resulted in MSU covers. So Michigan's been great. They played a cupcake schedule on the way to this unbeaten record. I mean, it's like playing JV teams out there. It's kind of crazy to me. So there's a lot of hype around them that I don't think is real, but they're good. And I just don't see Michigan State equipped to handle this. I'd love to pick the green and white, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not seeing it. I think it would be very unrealistic to pick them or to expect them to do well at all. That's it for our college football picks. We'll take a short break and be right back in just a moment. Welcome back. Here's our NFL football picks. We're going to get started with a fun one at Raymond James Stadium down in Tampa Bay, Florida. Watch it on Fox. It's a 1 p.m. Eastern Time kick on Sunday. The Falcons at the Bucks. Falcons are 2-3 this season. The Bucks are 3-2, and the Bucks are favorites by 2.5 points. It's an NFC South divisional matchup. This will be a good one. The winner of this game will have sole possession of first place in the NFC South. Both of these teams have been struggling on offense to score points. The Falcons only average 16 points per game, and the Bucks are right behind them at 18 points per game. I give the edge to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a home matchup for them. They just got blew out by Detroit last week, but this will be a different game for Baker Mayfield, so I think they're the safe pick. We're going to go up to Gillette Stadium, a 1 p.m. Eastern Time kick. Watch it on CBS. It's the Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots. Bills are 4-2. The Pats are 1-5. I don't really feel like I need to explain much more than that. I think I can just flash up the Buffalo Bills logo and tell you how good they're going to do, and you'll believe me, and I'll say, don't bet on that. Never bet against Bill Belichick. That's it, though. We're going to go over to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. This is a 1 p.m. Eastern Time kick. Cleveland Browns at Indy Colts. 3-2 Browns, 3-3 Indianapolis. The Colts are not the favorite in this. It's an AFC matchup at Lucas Oil Stadium. The Browns are coming off a huge upset against the 49ers with P.J. Walker that no one saw coming. The Colts are struggling at the moment. They've lost 2 of their last 3. I'm feeling the Cleveland Browns. I think they're also the favorite and pick of the experts, so based on that too, that's just an easy pick for me. 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch it on Fox at M&T Bank Stadium. Detroit Lions at Baltimore Ravens. The Lions are 5-1. The Detroit Lions are 5-1. They're 5-1. 5-1. They've won 5 of their 6 games. The Baltimore Ravens are 4-2. The Lions are hot. They're going to get hotter. They're going to keep getting hot. The Ravens are actually the favorite on the spread. Nah, I'm not feeling it. I don't see it. Lamar Jackson's so good. He's been so fun to watch, but I'm picking Detroit. I'm feeling Detroit, and that's my pick in that one. Ride or die, Detroit Lions. 1 p.m. Eastern Time kick on Fox at Soldier Field. It's the Las Vegas Raiders at the Chicago Bears. Raiders are 3-3. Bears are 1-5. The Raiders are the favorite in the spread. It's an interesting quarterback matchup. Justin Fields, Jimmy Garoppolo, both out. It's Tyson Bagent and Brian Hoyer. Bagent's fun, but he's an undrafted rookie from a D2 school, and the lights might be a little bright for him in this situation. I'm sticking with the Raiders, but that's going to be a tough one. And it'll be fun to see how it shakes out for those guys under center. I think that'll be a fun game all the way around. 1 p.m. Eastern Time kick. Watch it on CBS at MetLife Stadium. Commanders at Giants. Washington's 3-3. The Giants are 1-5. In this one, you got to take the Commanders. They're the favorite. It's just a no-brainer for me. The Giants have struggled. It doesn't really feel like anything is going right for New York. The Giants have only 5 sacks to their name through 6 games, and this is a team that's been known for their defense, their formidable defense, their formidable pass rush, and it just feels like nothing is going right. We're going to go all the way to the West Coast now to SoFi Stadium. Pittsburgh Steelers at Los Angeles Rams at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Watch it on Fox. The Steelers are 3-2. They've scored like 9 defensive touchdowns. Not really. That's a joke. The Rams are 3-3. LA Rams are a 3-point favorite. This is an interesting one. LA is favored by about a field goal. I'm laying the points of the Steelers. They're coming off their bye week and picked up a big divisional win over the Ravens going into it, but kind of fraudulent. Like it wasn't really a solid one, but Pittsburgh had it in 300 yards of offense. They just keep finding ways to win. I think this is the turnaround week, or something's got to happen with that offense. That's all I'm going to say. On CBS at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time at Arrowhead Stadium, it's the Chargers at the Chiefs, kind of skipping back to the middle of the country. Chargers are 2-3, Chiefs are 5-1. The Chiefs are the favorite. I don't see them able to overcome the high-powered Patrick Mahomes in that offense. They don't have the firepower they've had at receiver. I'm sure you've heard all about that if you're listening to this podcast. But I just think they can handle them, and I don't see them posing much of a threat to Kansas City. That's where I'm at on it. Now we're going to go to Lincoln Financial Field over in Philadelphia. Watch it on NBC at 8:20 p.m. It's the night game on Sunday night. Miami Dolphins at Philadelphia Eagles. It's a battle of two of the most successful franchises in the league this year. Both are 5-1. The Eagles are the favorite on paper. It looked like Lane Johnson was going to miss this game, and I kind of liked Miami because of that, but he's just so good run blocking, so good in the pass as well. They're hard to beat with Lane Johnson, and I think with him on the field, they're going to win. So I'm taking Philly. That's my pick. I think that's almost a safe bet. I wouldn't put the house on it, but it's a safe bet. That's where I'm at on that. One game left to pick. Another primetime. This one is going to be the Monday night game. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers. You can watch it on ABC, 8:15 Eastern Time at US Bank Stadium. San Francisco at Minnesota Vikings. 49ers are 5-1. Vikings are 2-4. San Francisco's the easy pick. Brock Purdy. That's it. Thanks for tuning in to the Win Big Sports Talk Sports Betting Podcast. Another edition this week. Appreciate having you along with us every week for picks and more. Love doing the podcast and love having you along for the ride. You can get updates, highlights, stats, news, and more at WBSNSports.com anytime. Log on, check it out. Be sure to connect with us on social media at WBSN Sports. Find us on every platform. Our favorite's Twitter. You can find me there too at SchryGuy, SCHRAYGUY. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying viewing the Win Big Sports Podcast and listening live on the radio. We'll catch you next week. Happy betting, stay safe, and don't bet more than like $8.
Felt this free, like I am you and you are me. It's such a nightmare, trying to keep everyone happy, just a nightmare. Keep away from the ground, living lost to the ones who have lost. Release the it's like a